Hey there, Corner Dweller, Spectre 531, coming back at you with another true tale that I just recently underwent. Alright, Corner Dwellers, glad you came back. Okay, it turns out Spectre has daddy issues. I most certainly do. I just found this out. I'll tell you what happened. I was recently at work and I was watching a cartoon movie. I think it was Sing. Okay. And, well, okay, there might be a spoiler ahead, so if you want to go watch that before you watch this, I understand. Okay, so just cut this off, go watch it, then come back, okay? Because this is slightly important today. Yeah, it turns out I have dad issues. Okay, spoiler coming up right now. There was this one part in the movie where this father broke out of jail just to give his son a hug. And when that happened, tears just started flowing out of my damn eyes. I'm so glad nobody was there to see it or anything, but it just immediately happened, and I'm like, what, huh? And so, yeah, and I mean, it took me a good 2 to 3 minutes to stop the tears from flowing, you know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong, okay, we all know Spec can be an emotional guy, but he does not just cry at the drop of a hat, okay? He is not that type. In fact, my last reason to cry passed away, which was my mom. Other than that, I was kind of through, or I thought I was. But then I saw that part of the movie, and my tears just started flowing like crazy. Which meant that on the surface, I thought I was fine, but underneath, there's problems still brewing. Because my father, he's still alive. He is still alive. He's still around somewhere. In fact, I kind of know where he is. But the fact of the matter is that he never wanted anything to do with my life. Now, I did meet him back when I was like 6 years old, something around that area. And that was because his mother forced him to come see me, and my mom, she wasn't the type to talk me against him or anything. In fact, she was always telling me, oh, Spec, you need to go see your father, you need to reach out to him and all this and that. But as I was growing up, I was thinking, if he doesn't want to be around me, I'm not going to force myself on him. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, because I felt that way, he and I never really connected. Even those couple of times I did go see him, I felt so awkward, I spent the night over his house a couple of times, and I was so awkward. Even though that was my father, I felt like I was the odd duck out, even at my father's place. You know what I'm saying? Now, the odd duck out, I'm that all day, every day, everywhere I go, except home. Except where my mom was. Because whenever my mom was there, she saw the most precious person in the world, not the odd duck out. Over in his vicinity, I felt like the odd duck out. Okay, he paid more attention to my cousins, his nephews, than he did me. That did make me feel some type of way back then. But I didn't know that it was still brewing in me after all these years. And you know what, y'all? I'm not the type to just be completely standoffish or anything. Because I would, if he were to come to me, I'd still accept him because he's my dad. I'm his son, But I'm not gonna make the first move. You know, though I'm completely alone in this world right now, besides my corner dwellers. Yeah, you know, some things I just refuse to break on, okay? Now, I'm not completely stubborn. I'm usually a more adaptable type person according to the situation, but yeah, no. This is one thing that I'm gonna stand tight on, whatever it takes. So anyway, my friends, on to why I'm talking to you all. If you all are fathers out there, but don't have any contact with your child, you try to go make that contact, okay? Now, don't get me wrong, I know I don't know your situation, and the girl that you used to be involved with or whatever, she may be the complete buttholiest of the buttholes out here. But the fact is that you should still try. Break yourself to try, okay? You know, break out of everything that you know so you can try to make that connection with your child. Because I'm telling you, it's going to hurt them once they start thinking about it. They're going to start thinking, my father never really cared about me. My dad was never there for me. My dad, you know, I was just a perfect stranger to my dad. And, you know, it bothers them. Okay, it's a traumatic experience to know that one of your parents does not care about or love you. Now, if your child is like adopted and they're in a good family, then by all means, leave them with that family and just back away. Now, I know that's easier said than done, but the fact of the matter is, y'all, is that they need that support system. And if that support is coming in the form of a completely different family that completely loves them and embodies them and is bringing them up with everybody else in that family, and they're not treating them any differently, then let them stay there. Okay? I know you may have had problems, you got it taken care of and everything, but if they're legally adopted and they're having a good life, then leave them alone. Okay, maybe come to them after they've been grown up for a while. I'm talking about way past 18 and 20, you know, just, you know, you might want to tell them something then. But this is more so for you fathers out there who have a child out there with a girl that maybe you can't stand, or maybe she was just a booty call to you or whatever. The fact of the matter is that you need to go see your child, okay? You don't have to get involved with the courts and everything, and don't think that little money that you're dropping in for child support is just the end-all be-all here, okay? Now, I know what many of you are thinking. Well, if she's taking my money, then she should take care of the kid. It's a two-way street here, man, okay? Because technically, if you were there, you'd be spending that money on the kid anyway, I would hope. But, you know, all you're showing is that you love money more than your own child, which is really, really sad, okay? Because money, that stuff comes and goes. And you know why it goes? Because everybody's trying to take it from you. Okay, and you're thinking that, well, she's getting this for my child, so she better take care of my child. No, why don't you take care of your child and keep your damn money? You know what I'm saying? But this doesn't just fall on the guys either, because there's a lot of broads out there, and yeah, I said it, broads. There's a lot of broads out there that will use that child as a weapon against their fathers, and then they always want to rehash old stuff that he may have inflicted upon her, or she may have inflicted upon him, and all she's really doing is hurting that kid in the process, because that kid is going to feel like their father abandoned them. Yeah, I've seen it on Steve Wilkos and all these other shows a million times over, where these broads are steadily there talking about, well, he doesn't do this and he doesn't do that for his child and everything. And I can tell, okay, even though the audience was like ooh and boo to the dude and everything, I can tell a lot of those broads are purposely making life hard for that man to see their child. I can tell this. And it's not after the lie detector results come out. No, sometimes you can see it in their eyes. Sometimes you can see that they're just being vindictive as hell. And the fact of the matter is that in the end, the only one they are really hurting is that child. Now that man, he may be hurt. He may be trying to see his kid and everything. She may be jealous about the fact that he's in a new relationship. But the fact of the matter is that she is the one making this harder on that child, and only that child. That child's gonna be the one suffering major feedback later. I'm living proof. Okay, I'm well beyond grown right now, and here I was crying at the fact that a father was embracing his son. It's crazy. It's really crazy. So I know that whenever I become a father, I'm going to be in my child's life no matter what. You know, because I know how it feels to not have that end of support. I know how it feels, and it's not a good feeling. It sucks. It's terrible. And if you're a man that has problems, like you're a hitter and all this and that, go get help and then be there for your child. Simple as that. Straighten out what's wrong with you and then go see your child and help them through life. Because this world is a big and cruel place to those who have no support. And you can take that from me. And before I go officially Corner Dwellers, I wanted to drop again that there's a guy that needs a lot of help in my description down there. You know, help him by either spreading the word or donating or, you know, whatever you can do. Because he seems to be a good chap, but he just needs some help. And unfortunately, he seems to be catching the brunt end of a lot of stuff. It broke my heart to read his story. So, on that note, my Corner Dwellers, this is Spectre 531 telling you that if you want to be an official Corner Dweller, go ahead and hit subscribe over here on YouTube, or go over there and hit follow on VidMe. If you actually enjoyed this message, then help spread it, baby. Go ahead and hit that like button like it owes you money, or that upvote button like it owes you money, okay? And drop a comment on either site. I will be glad to read them. I get every notification I can. And if you're on YouTube, hit that little bell to make sure that you get this knowledge. Well, I'm not always knowledgeable. In fact, only on Sunday I can think to get all smart. Yeah, it's hard to do it for that one day. So anyway, y'all, on that note, this is Spectre 531 fading away.